Hello everyone, and welcome back to your one-stop destination for exploring fascinating coins from around the world. In today's video, we're diving deep into the story of the 1974 Kennedy half dollar, a coin with rich historical significance and a unique place in U.S. numismatic history. Before we talk about the value of the 1974 Kennedy half dollar, let's take a step back and explore why this coin is so iconic. The Kennedy half dollar series was first introduced in 1964 to commemorate President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination in November 1963. Since then, it has become one of the most recognized coins in the United States. The original Kennedy half dollar, released in 1964, was made of 90% silver, but due to rising silver prices, the composition was changed to 40% silver for coins minted between 1965 and 1970. By 1971, the U.S. Mint switched entirely to a copper-nickel clad composition, which includes the 1974 Kennedy half dollar. On the obverse, you'll see a striking portrait of President Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. This design remains a powerful tribute to his legacy. The reverse features the presidential seal, complete with an eagle, holding an olive. Here, branch and arrows symbolizing peace and strength. This design, created by Frank Gasparro, is a true work of art. Now, let's talk numbers. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Here's how the mintage breaks down. Clearly, the 1974 Kennedy half dollar wasn't rare in terms of production, but that doesn't mean it's not valuable to collectors. So, what's the value of a circulated 1974 Kennedy half dollar today? For most coins in average circulated condition, their value is tied closely to their face value of 50 cents. However, coins in better condition can be worth slightly more to collectors. While the coin doesn't have any silver content, its historical significance and iconic design still make it popular among Kennedy enthusiasts and coin collectors. When evaluating the value of your 1974 Kennedy half dollar, here are a few things to look out for. Coins with less wear and sharper details are always more desirable. Check for the D or S mint marks. To identify its origin, some 1974 Kennedy half dollars might have slight minting errors like die cracks or doubled dies. These errors can significantly increase a coin's value. If you're thinking about starting or expanding your Kennedy half dollar collection, here are some quick tips. Look for coins with minimal wear if you're collecting circulated examples. Keep an eye out for proof coins, as they often have stunning mirror-like finishes. Store your coins in protective holders to preserve their condition. The Kennedy half dollar was so popular when it first came out that it was hoarded by the public. Many people kept these coins as keepsakes, which is why finding early dates like the 1964 version in circulation today is extremely rare. That's all for today's dive into the 1974 Kennedy half dollar. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your numismatic journey, this coin is a fascinating piece of history to own. 1974 Kennedy half dollar. The coin is heavily worn, and major details like Kennedy's hair and the eagle on the reverse are mostly flattened. Moderate wear, but key features like Kennedy's profile and the eagle's feathers are still visible. Light wear is visible, particularly on high points like Kennedy's hair and the eagle's wings, but most details are sharp. Minor traces of wear on the highest points, such as Kennedy's cheekbone or hair. The coin retains much of its original luster. No signs of wear, with full mint luster, and sharp details. Higher grades, MS65 and above, command a premium due to their pristine condition, struck specifically for collectors with a mirror-like finish and sharp details. These are usually not found in circulation and can fetch $4 to $8 or more, depending on their condition and presentation. Examine the coin closely for wear, scratches, or any signs of damage. Original mint luster indicates an uncirculated coin. On the obverse, focus on Kennedy's hair. On the reverse, check the eagle's feathers and shield. Use an official grading guide to match your coin's condition to a standard grade. Would you like to include more details on spotting errors or rare variants for the 1974 Kennedy half dollar? These often affect the coin's value significantly. The Kennedy half dollar was born out of a national tragedy that shook the United States to its core. On November 22, 1963, President John F. Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas, Texas. The nation was in mourning, and soon after, efforts began to create a lasting tribute to the beloved president. Congress quickly approved replacing the Franklin half-dollar with a new design. Months later, in early 1964, the first Kennedy half-dollar was struck. It became an instant hit with the public, who saw it as both a tribute and a keepsake of the late president. The original 1964 Kennedy half-dollar was made of 90% silver, but this didn't last long. By 1965, the U.S. Mint reduced the silver content to 40%, and starting in 1971, the coin was struck using a copper-nickel-clad composition due to rising silver prices. This change in metal composition made the Kennedy half-dollar more affordable for circulation, but less appealing to silver hoarders. This reservoir specifications helped the Japanese maintain their silver hoarders. The 1974 version of the coin was part of this era of copper-nickel-clad coinage. The year 1974 was a tumultuous time in U.S. history. President Richard Nixon resigned following the Watergate scandal, and the nation was dealing with the effects of an energy crisis and rising inflation. Despite these challenges, the U.S. Mint produced more than 466 million Kennedy half-dollars that year across its Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco facilities. Even though millions of Kennedy half-dollars were minted each year, they became increasingly scarce in everyday transactions. Why? The Kennedy half-dollar was hoarded by collectors and enthusiasts, especially in its not widely used in daily commerce, as smaller denominations like quarters were more practical. Many people kept these coins as a tribute to President Kennedy, reducing the number that circulated freely. Today, the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar represents a pivotal time in U.S. coinage. While it doesn't contain silver like the earlier versions, it's a fascinating piece of history that connects us to the legacy of President Kennedy and the social and economic climate of the 1970s would. You like me to add specific details about notable minting errors or focus on its relevance in pop culture? That's all for today's dive into the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your numismatic journey, this coin is a fascinating piece of history to own. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with fellow coin enthusiasts, and subscribe to PFR for more amazing coin stories. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next